Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our channel. We are Millennial Mom. If you don't know who is who, I'm Millennial. This is Mom.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Mom or Kay from Millennial Mom, and today we're going to talk about Married at First Sight, Season 18, Episode 14, Married at First Sight Chicago. Episode is called Lies, Lies, Lies. Is it me? Or should have been called Lies, Lies, Lies from really the beginning from a few couples. But you know what? We'll let it play out the way it's supposed to play out, and we'll just go from there. Now, hopefully everyone got a chance to watch the episode. I know some of you also watched the after party. I don't watch all the after parties, but I did see the one last night. So that was very interesting, very telltale, I guess. And yeah, we'll go from there. So on this episode, it was Dr. P and Pastor Cal came to visit, and it was also the couples retreat episode. So again, hopefully you got a chance to watch it. Thank you for everybody who is joining. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, whether you're watching it live or on the replay. Don't forget to hit that like button live or on the replay as well. And thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. And we're going to get started in a few minutes. We're going to get ready to start in a few minutes. So welcome, Tamika. Hey, girl. Hey, welcome, Courtney and Eddie. Hello. Welcome, Sharon. And like I said, everyone that's in the bushes, feel free to say hello. Hit the like. It's free. It don't cost you nothing. Hit that like button, and we'll get started. So if you don't know who's on the episode, I'll go ahead and tell you. It's Karla and Juan, Camille and Thomas, Michelle and David, Emem and Sketchy. Okay, because he earned that nickname, Sketchy. It's Ikechi, but we call him Sketchy over here. David and Michelle, or David and Madison. Either way, it could go whichever direction it wants to. And then we also have Allison. Is it Allison? Excuse me, Allan and Madison. I get that mixed up. So, all right, y'all. So we are going to go ahead and get started. I'm already going to drop the link. If anybody wants to join the panel live, you can do so. You can. We can talk about it and go from there. As soon as I hit the right button, I will put it in the chat. So, all right. So, what'd you say, Tamika? You're sick of Sketchy? I've been sick of Sketchy, but I'm also sick of Emem now too. You know what? Get some oomph about yourself. Get something else. Just by saying that's my husband, I'm gonna ride it till the end, isn't good enough. It's not good enough for me. It may be good enough for some of y'all, but that's not good enough to continue to be treated the way she's being treated by her husband. But that's just me. All right. So real quick, I'm going to start off with Camille and Thomas and Karla Juan, because their scenes didn't really give, to be honest. They did a lot with Allan and Madison and the retreat and Emem and Sketchy that made you almost forget that they were on the show till they had their like little quick scenes. So Pastor Cal came to visit Camille and Thomas. They're the ones that's doing the best on the show. And the question about the living situations came up about, are we going to stay with you? You going to stay with me? Or we can get something together? Well, apparently they both have their leases together. And then Pastor Cal was trying to be a little bit shady. He goes, well, isn't your place small? And isn't your place smaller? I'm like, they can only get what they can afford, correct? All right, so don't be, raining on their parade with their housing situation. At least they got somewhere to stay. Apparently Camille, and I don't blame her, and usually I'm not like gung-ho for Camille, but she was right though. She needs someone that's going to lead, her husband to lead, and say, if we're going to be in this for the long haul, what are we going to do? Like, I don't want to just like be over here, you over there, and like, we spend the weekends at each other's houses. And even Pastor Cal was like, it's kind of like if you have kids or you're divorced or something, like the kids live here part-time and they're part-time. So really pretty much get it together. And I think that they will for the most part, especially through, I'm gonna say decision day and the where are they now. I give them that. Long term, I'm on the fence with them still, even though they are the front runner couple for this season. And then Karla and Juan, it wasn't a whole lot with Karla until retreat, which wasn't a whole lot then. But Juan is out talking with his friend about the marriage and how he's feeling, right? And we hear this every week. Juan is not happy, and if he isn't happy now, he definitely wasn't happy last week with Miss Ma'am. Okay, in her slip. Now I know that she was there to help them with tantric yoga, but did she have to play the role as if, we making a little something after the production leaves? Because that's the energy she gave. Okay, she just came ready and with it. So Juan is not happy. He's like, he's tired of these not spiritual. He's not spiritual, and he's not into like the little stones and little tarot cards and the incenses everywhere. I'm like, well, Karla's been doing that since the honeymoon. So to me, Juan has been checked out a long time ago. Anyways, Juan is like, this is not for me. I can't deal with it. Now, I did see on the after party that Karla said that I don't know why he's not into it, because some of his family is into the tarot and the things that I do. But even though his family is, that doesn't mean he is. And clearly, I think that's a turnoff for Juan in general. So I don't know if y'all agree with that or not. Hello, Ramel. So are you ready backstage? And we can go ahead and get to the nitty gritty of the episode. Okay. Yes. Hey, I got both of y'all backstage. You ready? Because we're going to get started. We're going to jump in because I got the boring stuff out the way. All right, here we go. We got Miss Mickey.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
And
What's going
good
on?
today.
Hey.
Thank you. Hello. All right. So I got the boring stuff out the way. Camille Thomas and Juan.
Yeah.
Out the way. Whatever.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. Dr. P is back in town. What's she back in town for? Somebody tell me why.
She need a check.
Because the lessons learned has not been learned by Emem, and Sketchy is not here for that anyways. So when Dr. Pia and Emem is there, right? So they're talking. I thought it was going to be like a one-on-one, but clearly he's here for, the conversation too. But why he come in and not speak? He spoke to Dr. Pia and sat down. She was like, wait a minute, you're not going to say hello to Emem? He's like, oh, I was going to. No.
No, you wasn't.
You're going to speak, right?
You should have spoke to your wife first.
Exactly.
But okay.
Mess.
Mhm.
That's what he
And
wants
I got a
us
whole
to
attitude
believe.
about them.
He wants the people to believe that. And is it me, or does he always seem like he's either making a grand entrance or comes in what they say famously late, or every scene, whether he's with the experts or in a separate group setting, he's always last to arrive. I think
Coming
that's
in
on
with
purpose.
staff.
I guess. Sharon
And,
says,
and he looked like Coach Cheese from Cooley High. That hat on and those glasses. So sorry. He looked like Coach Cheese from Cooley
He
High.
always just got a little smirk. Every
Yeah.
time MM talk, he just be.
Like this.
mm-hmm.
This
I
one.
hear it. I
Mhm.
understand it.
Hmm.
Right.
I feel sorry for the
energy
children.
falls in.
That
Yeah.
man ain't got that job. Somebody lying.
So I feel sorry for the kids he counseling. Because ain't no way. Lord, we do not need any
Do
more.
he give mercy? You think he got multiple personality disorder?
Mm-mm.
We got something.
I think he's a jerk. I think he's an overall jerk. He don't have no personality disorder. He's a jerk. And that's being nice.
Mm-hmm.
He's a jerk. But Dr. P is asking him about, why there's no communication. And I thought y'all was supposed to be moving forward and trying to get to know each other better and have dates. I'm like, stop wasting your breath. You
Right.
already knew what it was. MM is constantly messaging you, talk about, I haven't heard from him since the last time we met up. Is no one also contacting Sketchy during this time too? Are they trying to see, why he's MIA or where he's at? Or are they just waiting for the meetups for this to happen? Because that's what it sounded like. He's just off doing his own thing.
Right. Ain't you under
And so-
contract, my brother?
Mm.
So when Dr. Pitt was saying, asking where he was, he said he was on a trip and all this other, to Houston, see his family, whatever. And then, calling him out on that, she's like, well, how come you didn't message, let, MM know you were okay, or just give updates, the status of what was happening? He's like, oh, I was just too busy, didn't want to, or didn't have the time. She goes, well, don't you have a phone? See, he didn't have an answer for that. And we already know the bottom line is, if you want to be bothered with somebody, you will.
Mm-hmm.
But he has shown week after week after week after week that he doesn't want to. So my thing is, why, as experts, and this is not the first time they have met, whether it be her or Pastor Cal. I don't think Dr. Pepper has sat down with them. I don't remember. But the point is, since they know this is not working and she's constantly complaining about there's no communication, why continue to suggest they move forward and see if they can maybe fix something and salvage? And I'm like, salvage what?
Right.
Salvage what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand that. How is that?
I would say he did everything but file a police report on this lady. I mean, we not salvaging. There ain't nothing to salvage. Let it go.
Right.
Nothing at all.
So again, they get to a point where, it seems like they're giving the right answers to Dr. Pia, but I forgot what he says specifically. I think it was something like, he said he just don't want to be in it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That MM gets out and goes to the bathroom, and I'm of course she's upset, crying in the bathroom, whatever. I'm like, why does this man hurt your feelings to this point when last week when we saw you was done, right? I don't want to do this no more. I'm not calling me if he wants. Why are you so invested that this is hurting your feelings, like you've known this man forever and ever, that now you back crying in the bathroom?
Right.
Maybe
I don't understand.
In her culture, like, it has something to do with like failure. Like maybe it got something to do with failing. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like she put her best foot forward, and then she feel like he give her a little like light. Like he be like, just like how he did when he was like, you want to go play video games? Like he give her like a little bit, and then she thinking, okay, I can
Mm-hmm.
still fix this. I can still fix this. And then he pulled the rug from under her. Then she can't take it. Like, I don't know. I don't think she deal with failure well. Like
And
she
then when
gives like a D with like get a F. She get a F. Oh, almost a psychiatric hold.
right.
Somebody catch her.
And when he asked, let's go to the arcade, she said yes before he can even finish the sentence almost. And you see how she grabbed his arm and, crossed the street. And I was just like, stop with that pick me attitude. Like, why? Why? It seems like whenever she's talking to Dr. Pia, she's nice and upright sitting. And then as soon as he get there, she starts to crouch down, hidden tiger, and let's get down further and down further. And it's like, stop letting this man take you, mess up your self-esteem. Like he is like, really him? No.
I don't think it got nothing to do with her self-esteem, though. I just think it's her. I mean, she told on herself. She said, he ain't the worst man I ever been with. What?
Right.
Damn. So you
right.
So you like projects.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to say, you one of them. You think you could save them. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Look how that's working out for you. You can't fix what don't want to be fixed, ma'am.
Right. But how about this though? Before they got finished with Dr. Pia, when she went to the bathroom and she was emotional and she came back, she's like, oh, I needed a minute. I mean, she's needed several minutes as the show has gone on. Do you think that he felt a little something for her in that moment, or you think he was just like, she's just in the bathroom crying again?
Okay. Yeah.
That ain't he ain't no real man. Because what real man, gonna make a woman cry and at least don't feel nothing, or at least when she come back, like, I ain't want to make you cry. He never apologized once for making her cry ever. He's a terrible
Never.
person. He's just a terrible person. I don't know. But what she
Because he could have
crying over?
He could have said, Dr. Pia, can you go in there and check on her, make sure she okay? He could have said that.
Oh, you go check on your own wife. You could have
Well,
knocked
he
on the
can't go in the
door.
women's bathroom, but
Right, he could at least knocked on the door, like,
Oh, knock on
hey,
the door. Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
sorry. You could have cracked it, be like, hey, I'm sorry. I didn't make you want to cry. I mean, come on. How thick is a bathroom door?
Well, he could have said that when she came back. You know what I'm saying? When she came back, he could have been like, you okay, you good, didn't mean to hurt you feel. But he didn't say that. He just has that black cloud energy, like,
Because I think
you're
someone
bad,
needs to break down.
so,
They need to put
but
on the
yeah.
big board. They need to put on the big board in front of him aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
And then go example for example,
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
direction. I mean, description of the word. Like, you got to break it down to them. Like, someone talking back to you or trying to get to know you on a date is not being aggressive,
It's
Ikechi.
not.
That's
No.
called a conversation. I know you don't know what that is. So let's break down
Right.
conversation. Let's break down conversation, And we go back and forth. We're having a dialogue, You got to break it down to
And he's
somebody
old enough to
crazy
know
like
better.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
but I
old enough
think
to
You
you
know
would
got to
better.
think.
Hold
break
on.
it
Look,
down. He off, so you got to break it down like to an off person.
we have somebody who wants to join the stage. We got Romel. What's up, Romel?
Hey, hey.
Hello, everyone. How you doing?
How you doing, man?
Hey, how are you today? What's up?
Good. Even though it's
What you got to
February, I
say
want to
about
say Happy
this?
New
Happy
Happy
New
New
Year.
Year.
Happy New
Happy Black
Year.
History Month.
Year. Yes,
All
yes.
that.
Happy Black
That's
History
Happy
Month.
Black.
Yes. Amen. My take. Um, I feel like Ikechi, he needs help. Seriously, I feel like whoever he's mentoring, them teenagers or whoever, that job needs
Mm-hmm.
to really talk to him, because if you're mentoring men, I think that's what he does or whatever he do. You're not the good
Yeah.
example. And if you're mentoring black men, they're the next generation. You're not a good
Right.
example, and you on TV. And the way you're operating, now I know a show is edited, but what you're showing, they're not putting stuff in your mouth. They're not, making you do the things you do. You come in late every scene. You come in acting like a little girl, always making faces, and just his demeanor. He really needs help. Now, Emem, she needs to love herself too, because it's giving pick me.
Bad.
Yes.
It's I don't understand it. Uh, he don't even look like nothing. So the fact that you want to make this work and you so quick to go play Pac-Man, whatever they went to go do, um,
Mm-hmm.
it's like he's disrespectful, and a man will only treat you how you present yourself or what you allow them to do. He keep playing in
Mm-hmm.
your
Right.
face, and you be so quick
Mm-hmm.
to this marriage.
And she put herself in future danger. You are on TV now. So
Yep.
now it's somebody that couldn't wait for somebody that's trying to fix them so they can take advantage of it. Oh, I just gotta not be I can get everything out of her. I just gotta
Right,
not be him. So what's gonna
Mm-hmm.
happen when somebody come really play in your face, act like he love you, but he just gonna probably use you all up?
right.
Because
And
now we
also
know you want a project.
we already know he thought he was getting with a insecure woman. When
Mm-hmm.
he realized that she's smart, she's educated. I think she has her own practice. If I'm not, I don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
She do.
She
And
does.
also,
Mm-hmm.
he seen her house. That was the end of it right there. That's
The,
when he seen
It
the
was.
karaoke. He
the
want
end
to
of it
act
was
like
that
he want to.
karaoke machine.
It was just then the balcony. I was like, yeah, he insecure. Yeah, and that's what it
Yeah.
is.
I agree, Romel. Great points on that. Very great points. Very great. You're right. He is, that's the next generation, and he's part of the culture, right? And he's pro-black, and he's, for us, right? But what is he projecting
Who was
on
us?
black women? I'm talking about from him,
Uh,
Ikechi. You know,
not us.
what's he projecting to the black woman, to the young men he's mentoring. You know what I'm saying?
He
Because
basically
a
was
lot of
showing
times
the
you
young.
mentor and you know, from your own point of view. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like that. I just don't like that he came on with this type of attitude. And you know, regardless if he thought he was going to get an insecure woman or not, didn't you come on the show to be married? Didn't you come
He
on,
came on to promote this book.
Not only that, he chased. You went from state to state to state.
Yeah.
The show.
It's like, what did you really want to get married, or you wanted to be on TV? You could have went on Zeus if you wanted to be on TV.
And then
Not Zeus.
like did all that at the like you got to. I'm telling you, this man he's having an episode. He died. Something wrong with him. This is a long episode because he like that lady that's in Pakistan. This is what he doing.
We're not gonna go there.
I'm just saying that is he literally doing the same thing. It's not making no sense. Like, did you not know you was signing up to get married now? So you chased the show, got on the show, then put on the show. You did a whole like that wedding. He showed out. Everything was perfect. He was saying all the right things. Everybody's like, oh, he got poetry, tall, and he tall enough and everything. He got it all together. And he helped the youth.
I never thought that. I had an offline conversation with Courtney from Courtney and Eddie, and I was saying, you know, sometimes people, at least for me watching the show, because I'm an overthinker and I'm an analyzer, certain things pinpoint people on the show. And that's why I've always said, if you followed Millennial Mom long enough, that the honeymoon is always the telltale for people. Because to me, when the friends and family at the receptions and when they come back, one a family member who didn't come on the show for whatever reason because they weren't into it or whatever, there's always a telltale sign of a particular family member tells you that person's personality that's on the show. And his family members, for me, at the reception, when they told Emem about what you gonna do, because he's got all these women on Instagram, he's got this, he's got that, he's got this, you know, putting the S on his chest with like he's all grandiose, the heir to the throne or something. So to me, he didn't come across as light, fluffy, airy, he came across as like, you know, maybe you have arrogant. Real arrogant. And his family did too, you know, like, oh, he's so I never got that from him. Of course, I was rooting for Black love, but I just never got like he was like the guy, even though he's, you know, tried out for a show a couple times. So anyways, all right, let's move to I
just want to say before we move on, can we think when the family said he got these groupies, Lord, if any woman want to sleep with him, they need Jesus too. I don't know why. Why would you want to sleep with that?
Why would your mama why would my mama come up to my new wife and say, how you gonna deal with the groupies? What?
Exactly.
I'll be looking at my mama.
That's my point.
Talking about that. I'll be like, my mama drunk. Yeah. Don't listen to her.
Well, I don't care if she was drunk or not. It's always a first impression. And for me, and I'm not marrying the man. For me, that's what did it for me. I was like, oh, he's one to watch. Because if your family say that about you, no matter what it is, you need to watch it. And we didn't get off the honey. It was already popped off with him. He already had a problem, right? But anyways, let's move to the quick scene with Allan and Madison. Their turn to talk to Dr. Pia. When they're asked about their relationship again, you know, Madison's saying they have good days or bad days. When she gets upset, she's frustrated. She goes out on the town, and she don't go out that much. And I was like, yeah, you do.
Go to David's basement. She go to the basement.
Okay. And then production show, she comes at 1, 3 on the creep. She on the creep while he on the sofa having bad dreams, which his dreams are really intuitions. He just don't know it yet.
Right.
About what's really happening. You know what I'm saying? He laying on the sofa like he heard that like coming in like, oh, you broke curfew. And she's trying to like play it off as if, oh, you were asleep when I came in, as if she came in at like midnight or something. No, she came in the wee hours of the morning. You know what I'm saying? So she uses a lot of excuses.
How old is she?
Go ahead.
Because she's still acting like a college party girl. How old
29.
is she?
29.
She need to.
29. But she looked
She gotta grow up.
36. She looked
She
36.
does need to grow up. And I've never cared for that relationship either from the beginning, because she always gave me, like Michelle, nice nasty. She's always given me nice nasty.
Yeah.
And when she wanted to cheat Allan from the honeymoon, he was like, no, I'm cool with myself. But what happened later on in the episode? She pulled a Michelle. She went to another clothing store to get him clothes and stuff. And now he got Invisalign come in the mail. I'm like, oh, but you want Allan to wear suits and tuxes when you go out in the town after you get rid of your gym clothes and stuff. But yet David is wearing the same jeans and t-shirts you don't want Allan to wear.
Every episode. You're right.
So,
but
David,
to be honest,
David
Allan
looks
needs to
like
work on himself.
I can't
what'd
see
you say,
that.
Devontae? I heard you, Romel. What'd you say, Devontae?
I said, but David is someone she would approach physically. Physical matters to Madison. That's why, think about it. She in the gym all the time. Her appearance matters. So who she with matters, because she wants to appear a certain way. She want to be, I guarantee she probably one of them people, she want to be the couple that everybody be like, goals, body goals. Oh, they take trips and they both got six packs and muscles and take good pictures on the beach.
He ain't got no six pack.
Well, I mean, he still got like a figure arms. He don't look like Al. Like if I'm like, if somebody got mad and married at first sight, who you gonna be scared of, Allan or David? I'm going with Jason No Momoa.
Right.
Yeah.
No Momoa.
Right. Hold on. Comment says from Courtney. Comment says, some folks love the title, the power, and the control, but the moment they have to take direction or be held accountable, it's a problem. He likes to look like the big dog in his circle. But here's the thing also too with Dr. Pia. She's not holding her feet to the fire enough for me. This is not the first time we've heard Madison go out with her friend. She went out with her friends when they came back from the honeymoon. She was
First
not.
night.
When has she ever been at home for real? For real. Let's tell the truth and shame the devil. When has she for real been home all night?
Never.
Why
She
is you
oh no,
coming-
it's not 3 days.
Why
Yeah, it's
is
probably
you-
about 4 or 5.
Why is you coming home at 3 a.m, period? Where is your friends out of pocket? If I was out to 1 in the morning or something, my friend be like, dang, you ain't go home with your wife or nothing? Like, where your wife at? Like,
Right.
you married.
Red
Like,
flag.
I'm not saying you can't go out. My wife, I'm not the going out type. I do what I want to, I do it every now and then. But my wife is the person that more goes out between us both. But if she go out, it's rare that she gone past maybe 2. And if she do something like that, she ain't gonna do it for a while. She's not doing this every week, every weekend. Like, no.
Right.
No, you're married. If you want to keep doing that, you should have stayed single. What made you want to get married? Because obviously you don't hang around married people. Married people not around you because I don't know, unless she done told him, like, look, y'all, he ugly. He ugly. Y'all, I'm gonna have to stay out
We
with
don't
y'all.
know they're not married. We just know that she's not at home. That's what we do know. And then also too, if I read these 2 comments, is, for somebody to be in a, always in the gym, has that type of lifestyle, like the gym rat lifestyle, she do a lot of drinking and eating late night tacos, don't she? Because people who stay in the gym don't be eating like that.
Well, Taco Bell do stay open at like 3 or 4.
Yeah, but if you hit a gym like that, that's not your lifestyle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't be eating stuff late at night. Anyways, Cynthia says, Allan dressed better than David. David always look a mess. And then Courtney says, she's probably saying the night she complained about him driving drunk was the night she was at home. Yeah, but she hadn't been at home ever since. Even if she stayed all night, we don't know. But I don't think Madison being home like that. I think she goes out like what Allan say, 3-4 times a week.
I feel like she's staying out because she just still in that college girl mode. She shouldn't have got married, but I feel like if she was with David, oh, she'd be in that kitchen cooking. She just don't like Allen, and she want to stay far. She
Right.
probably stay late, far past 11, because she want him to be asleep. She don't want to interact with him. She's not really attracted to him. So I feel like if she was married to David, she wouldn't be out like that.
But that's when somebody need to
Right.
Mhm.
pop her
I
a
agree.
bubble.
I agree.
You
Yeah.
ain't Alan.
Alan's
y'all
too nice.
look like y'all will be a couple. I don't know why you think like Alan is just so far out of Alan league. Like, yes, you're attractive, but it ain't like you
Yeah.
act like he a not attractive person or something. Like what? Like what's the problem? I don't get it.
Mm.
I just don't. She just some wrong with her
Cynthia,
too.
Cynthia, Cynthia asked, "Does Madison have a job?" I don't know. I have no idea. Does
Right,
anybody
and
know?
then you want to get away from the stereotype that you just didn't get gigs because of your look. You looking like it because you don't look like you got to work hard because you getting drunk 5 times a week. So what
Hmm.
is you doing at your job? You don't got to think. 3 in the morning,
Right.
3 in the morning, and
Right.
Right.
then she would love to be
Right.
with David because she could still party because David got 2 jobs, so he ain't
They
gonna be
were,
home
yeah, he
half the
worked
time.
midnight.
So
Yeah,
she
he ain't
could
even
do
gonna be
that.
home.
Well,
So you gotta think he fit her lifestyle.
Hmm.
that's what Courtney says. She says Romel, her, and David would be out all the time. She can't cook, and then she also says that basement too tight for them to be staying at home all the time.
Right.
I
Hopefully ain't
guess.
nobody running the
I guess.
washing machine.
Hey, they
Mm.
might throw. They might throw a little. They look like they'll throw a kickback down there. This is Dave's basement. It's so fun down here. We get totally hammered.
Well, David does have a keg down there. That's her style. So I'm just saying, for people who stay in the gym, they sure to drink out of a lot of kegs,
Hmm.
don't they?
Yeah, I
Saying that
agree.
just don't go together.
I just thought about it, Courtney. Right, they will be out, but also too, Alan. When she woke up in the morning, you asking her. To be honest, Madison is a liar. She was gonna lie regardless. I'm not finna ask her
Yeah.
where she was at, and she gonna lie to you. Just get her, brush her teeth, and get in the shower. Just be roommates until decision day. She's gonna lie to you, dude. Like, what you thought she was gonna really be honest with you? I was with David. She ain't gonna tell you that.
I agree. So speaking of David, let's roll to David and Michelle. So Michelle has stayed up because David asked her to, because I guess she'd be in the bed, because she don't want to interact either.
Right.
So David comes home and he sits down to talk. He's like, you know what? I just want to keep it real and honest with you. It was Tiffany. I was messaging
That's Madison's
Tiffany.
middle name.
I'm like, that's what I was thinking too. I said,
That's Madison's middle
Madison
name.
Tiffany.
Yeah, Madison Tiffany.
Right.
Hmm.
So it's a double-edged sword with Michelle. And the reason why is because Michelle started the show not judging. Excuse me, let me rephrase that. Michelle started the show judging David based off of what? His finances, where
Yep.
he lived,
Yeah.
outfits. But now it's a different situation where that text came in, even though they was already on the outs, they were just going through the motions. That text came in, which flipped the script. So we're still gonna keep the reasons why she don't like David, but now it's a comma added to that. No, so now, I'm sticking here for the show to the end to say that we did it, but you have the audacity, in Courtney's words, to cheat on me.
Exactly.
So now is it? So now it's not necessarily like a team Michelle. It's like I can see where Michelle is coming from. Yes, it's wrong that David did that, and he admitted that. Well, I didn't know what I was supposed to do. I'm not getting nothing from here. You're still not
Hmm.
supposed to cheat, right? But I felt like he needed some other
Yeah.
connection. Before Tiffany, he was already getting coffee. Excuse me, from people he had met previously on Tinder. So it really didn't matter who it was, right?
Hmm.
So are we using David because of the lack of affection, or are we like, yeah, Michelle has a point? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this couple's a double-edged sword right here. Because like I said, I don't condone the cheating, but you know what I'm
No.
saying? There's a lot to unpack.
So when
Okay.
she was like, oh, when he kept telling her, oh, it's attractive when you're honest, but she was being honest and being nasty honest. And so I guess he was like, oh, so she was assuming, maybe assuming, oh, let me keep on saying this to him, but he's not telling her, yo, this really is hurting my feelings. I get your honesty, but you don't want me. So when you don't
Right.
want me, you, and hate to even say this, it's like you driving me to another woman because you don't want me, but this woman is showing me affection and attention, and she don't care about my living situation. She don't care about my money situation. She likes me for me, and you over here being
Mhm.
superficial and like, oh, I just, you live in the basement. You don't have this. You don't have that. And I get it. Your parents, broke up because of infidelity. But girl,
Right.
you don't want me.
But who's to say that they broke up because of infidelity? Maybe that's
That's
what
what
you
that's what
think.
she's saying. That's what
Cause
she's saying.
you're a kid. You think you could probably see the obvious that dad cheated on mom, but you don't know that
Hmm.
mom was he was tired of mom for years. You don't know that because you a
Right.
kid. You're not thinking about that. So that's
Yeah.
just what you think. Well, my parents broke up because of divorce. No, if your mama act anything like you, because the apple don't never fall too far from the tree.
Hmm.
That's why your daddy left, Michelle. The real reason y'all both you a negative Nancy, your mama is a negative Helen. That's what happens.
But she's making a storyline saying, oh, well, my parents, they got divorced because of infidelity. Now he's doing this to me. So now we have to do it. So it's
Right,
like, oh, well, that happened with them. And now the apple don't fall too far from the
right,
tree. Now
right.
the cycle continues. So let me go ahead and put this narrative out here. So now y'all understand where I'm coming from.
Right. Talk about I was just opening up to what? A
To
can of
nothing.
tuna? You
Right.
ain't
That's all
opening
she was
up about
opening. A beer.
you ain't told David nothing about you. We don't know nothing about you, Michelle.
Nothing at
It's been
all.
weeks about this show. We don't know nothing. We know you got some type of corporate job and you got an
She's
IKEA
secretary.
apartment and you the life of the party, but ain't never the party still ain't got no life to it.
Hmm.
So we trying to figure it out. You the positive person that been negative this whole time.
The
Ain't nothing
whole
about you
time.
positive.
I don't feel bad for her because you was a mean girl from day one. I can see if you was really trying to work it out with him, and then you bringing up your mom and the infidelity. Okay, not to be mean. That's nobody deserves to be cheated on, but okay, and you still was rude to David. Like Tamika said, David should have been honest and said, "Look, you wasn't giving me this and giving me that, so I went elsewhere." Is that wrong? It
Yes.
is wrong because he should have just asked for a divorce. Also, he keep lying about Tiffany, all these names, dude. Just stop
Madison.
lying. But
But
Madison
why
Tiffany.
why she want
Michelle,
him to pull the
why are you acting
divorce
like you
trigger though?
care? I
She
see
don't.
right through
Yeah.
Michelle. Michelle was trying to take the viewers from all, like she trying to make us forget all the mean stuff she did to focus on David and this scandal. Girls, about a reunion, we can just get on David and the Michelle and Madison scandal. Girl, I hope you still get dragged at the reunion because you was nasty.
And the only YouTubers that's
Mm.
gonna be interviewing are gonna be the same skin as her. Gonna be the only ones that feel sorry for her. She's a piece of crap.
Hmm.
But like, even if you didn't like his situation, you act like you got it all together. But again, you got everything, but you still ended up on Married at First Sight with David.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
therefore,
Mm.
you just as desperate as him. Yeah, he ain't got no place, but you ain't got no man either. Just like him. Two lonely people on the same show. What a
Mm.
coincidence.
So, so Courtney says she needs to stop trying to act traumatized. And then
Okay.
Cynthia says, yes, but what about Allan? He doesn't deserve to be treated that way from Madison and David.
Not
Just
at all.
disgusting.
At
So,
all. He over there
yeah.
messing up
I
them good
mean, he don't
people house.
deserve it, but when you gonna stand up for yourself? Your
Right.
wife coming home at 3 in the morning and you sitting here, how was last night? Ain't no how was last night. Why
Right.
you
Right,
keep
Vontae?
soon
I would be
soon
on her.
soon as you
Right.
come soon as you walk into the door, dude, who do you think I
Because
am?
I don't care what nobody say. Ain't no woman gonna just get up and ask they man, where was
Hey,
you last night? How was the
Hmm.
tacos?
hey,
Especially a black woman. You gonna be knocked beside his head or something.
hey,
Right.
it would have been the fastest Alexa turn on the light.
Okay. Remember that episode of the Cosby Show when they turned the couch towards the door when Vanessa came in late because she was out with her boyfriend? That's how he should be.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he should have
Mm.
he jumped he playing it too
Oh, speaking
smooth.
of the Speaking of the Cosby Show, Madison is acting. Oh, remember that shirt that Denise made for Theo that had that one arm
The
up and
Gordon
one arm, the
Gartrell.
gold shirt?
The Gordon Gartrell.
That's how Madison wants Allen to look. She wants to give him some Gordon Gartrell. Okay. But anyway. So do we think that Emem and Michelle were trauma bonding when they were talking about each other's situations? Because I think when they got to, and Emem was telling Michelle about, sketchy, I don't think it threw Michelle off because, sketchy's been sketchy. But when Michelle was talking to her about David, I don't think Emem was like as shocked either. Do y'all think they were? You see what I'm saying? I don't think either one was really shocked of the information they heard. That's my point. Y'all think so or no?
No.
Because they probably already be texting.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
TV show at this point, they all got each other numbers. I know they probably talking about each other. Okay, when we get on camera, let's act like I didn't tell you what I told you last night, even though we was talking for 3 hours.
And
Right.
the thing about it, when I was watching it too, I was saying I just couldn't be friends with nobody like Michelle because it seems like she only care about what she going through. She want to keep talking about David and this scandal. When Emem was talking about her situation, all you get Michelle, yeah, right. Shut up and listen. I don't need you to have a rebuttal. Shut up and listen to her. Right, yeah. I'm like, is you even listening to her?
Well, that's why I said just now, even though they were, trying to trauma bond, but they didn't seem, they also kind of seem like they knew the information just based off the responses. So maybe it was just me. I don't know.
Why did Michelle
Well,
request a light skin? Why did she want a brother? I want to know that. Why did you want a brother? Because I'm just confused. If you this
We
difficult
we
to
know why
deal
they like
with,
black men. We
okay,
know why they like black
other
men.
than the obvious, but you like kind of
mhm.
broke it down. Oh, I want him to be like Drake, and like what?
Yeah.
What type of what is this? What is this? Why do you
Mm-mm.
want to? Have you ever been? Dr. Pastor Carol should have said, "Have you ever been with a black man?"
Right.
Oh no, we ain't gonna put you in a culture like that
Well,
because
why did Madison ask for one then? You know what I'm
what?
saying?
A black
So,
man?
since she on the creep with David, why didn't she ask for one?
Well, they gave her a half of one. You know, Allen like fur coats and gold chains.
Right.
Well,
Right. He down. Listen, he can come to the
See,
cookout.
and that's he can't come to the cookout.
Yes, he can.
No. He is not invited to the cook. I don't. I'm tired. I'm tired. People been letting Allen slide. I don't like that. Quit trying to play with us, Allen, with all this gold chain fur coat. Boy, if you don't get out of here, who you think you BMF? That ain't in your culture. So why all of a sudden you get on TV and you yo, and I like fur coats and gold chain. Where you getting that from, Allen? Who you around that got gold fur
I don't
coat?
mind Allen. I
Yeah,
don't mind
Allen, all
Allen. He may
right.
have grown up different. I don't mind Allen. We all have our opinions on that. He just needs to get more
Grow up hair.
There you
Get
go.
out the
In his
80s,
relationship.
Allen. Don't nobody do that no more, Allen. Come to reality. Where's the last time you seen a fur coat being worn without nobody threw no blood on it? Stop.
I feel like Alan, he can come to the cookout, but before he come, he needs to sign up for better help. He needs help. Like he
See,
needs therapy,
Devon,
and I'm not trying to be shady. I went to therapy for 2 years. I'm not trying to diagnose nobody. I just feel like we all have to work on things. We all have things to work on, and if anyone thinks
right.
they don't have anything to work on, that is a lie. We all do, and he needs to
That's true.
work on himself.
Mm-hmm.
He does. Devontae, you're outnumbered with the cookout. We'll
Hey,
even in chat saying you
Yeah.
come to the cookout.
hey, that's
This
the
is not
problem.
your cookout. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Absolutely.
Now you said this is the
Absolutely.
problem.
He's not
All
coming
Absolutely.
right.
to he's not coming to Ohio. We got it.
Please don't.
Let's move to the retreat. So David
Mm.
was saying, after all the talk with Michelle, that he wasn't coming to the retreat, but he ended up coming anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So he had to make a confession. Michelle and Emem right together on the way to the cookout. Listen at me, to the retreat. Michelle is now telling Emem more about the timeline of the texts and how the cousin didn't know, how the cousin was trying to, didn't want to cover for
always supposed to
David.
cover.
If I was a cousin, I wouldn't cover either.
I'm covering and I'm holding it over your head because now you owe me.
No, she should never answer the phone. What you answering the phone for Michelle for? Michelle don't. I done told you all about Michelle. Why you answering the phone for Michelle? And then as soon as Michelle would have asked, I'd be like, "Oh, Michelle, I can't. I beep, click. I can't hear
Right.
you." I'm
No.
sorry. I would have straight called David. Hey
Stabby,
man,
hello,
right?
hello,
What you
hello.
got your white? And she would have been blocked immediately. Oh, how's her phone going straight to voicemail? Like no,
No,
Yeah,
I
I
would have
wouldn't.
covered and then he would have paid
I
me.
wouldn't answer for her either. Because to be honest, once again, Michelle don't care about David or Denise.
Ain't no way he ain't talking to his family. You don't think his mama know? He very close with his
Of
mom, and I
course,
guarantee. And
I think so.
them,
Yeah.
them mamas be gossiping. Probably like, Lord,
Mm-hmm.
hope my baby. She don't even. He just be working. He working extra hours on both jobs.
Exactly what. Anyways, Madison, and Allen are first to arrive, followed by everybody else. Camille and Thomas come late. Maybe they work later in the day. Apparently, Allen has cooked meals for everybody and made cocktails.
Yeah.
So, they're having a good time. Now, everyone's sitting around enjoying dinner. And who comes to the door, stands in the back with production, looking, staring as if he's a serial killer?
Cochise.
The
little girl.
Don't. Yeah.
See, and he lucky it ain't no real black man on this show. Cause I'd have been like, hey man.
Yeah, this is not what we doing.
Right.
Don't never come here and just be staring. Like, do you got a problem?
Do y'all believe he really
Here's the
allergic
thing.
to the fish, to whatever he was allergic to, or
Wait,
you think he lying?
Hold on, Ramel. This is what I was going to say. How did he even know what they had for dinner? You back there at the door. How you know
Exactly.
they had shellfish shrimp for dinner? So that's
Right.
lie number 1, 2, and 3. And he might be allergic because people have allergies to food. So I'm not knocking that. But how did you know what they had? I don't know. But anyways, so they were supposed to greet him. So Allen came to say, hey, we have this type of food. And that's when he said, I have allergies. And then he taps Emem on the shoulder. So if your allergies are so severe and being in the medical field, people's
Why you
allergies
coming up
can be
talking
severe.
her?
You can't even smell it.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you're gonna react to it.
And Allen, why you trying to make his
So
plate? I ain't making no another man plate. Wow, look what?
So, anyways, now here's the controversy. I heard offline and in general. Did Sketchy have that green envelope when he got out the car, or did he magically appear with that envelope when he came in the house?
No. When he got out the car,
one?
he had the envelope. I seen it.
Yeah.
When he got out the car, he did have the envelope.
Okay.
But again, that's why I said he having a mental breakdown. How you only break?
You bought one page and you want me to sign what? Oh,
Clown.
you just had me for a fool. I wasn't
You
born
wrote the
last
front
night.
page. You wrote the
He a
front
clown.
page. Come
So
on.
2, 3, and 4 is saying you might be giving up your whole business, he wants your apartment. He just want that karaoke machine.
But it was nothing to sign though. You can't just sign on the paper like in the corner. There's supposed to be a line that say
Right.
signature
Signature,
here.
print, sign, date, witness.
And then he's so
Wait.
rude too.
Print, initial, sign, date, witness.
Yes, and witness.
Yeah.
I feel like he rude because even if you came to talk to Emem, just say hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Like,
no, he don't even like them.
Come on, dude.
And then you didn't even talk to her far enough from the table. Dude, if you that house was huge. Why you ain't go to the foyer why you didn't go to the steps? Hey, sit down on the steps. Can you sign these divorce papers? That'd have been way from they hearing everything you saying. Cause I know Madison flicked that hair back, seen that ear like
Huh?
divorce papers.
Right.
The thing is that he wants to embarrass her again. And he thought she popped off just a little bit because like, oh, you running? You know, he a track star. He a runner. He a track star. And so, okay, so he a track star. He always running, and she didn't pop off like she did, calling him a clown in a Joker suit. But it was he didn't get that rise out of her.
And I'm so happy she didn't give it to him. I'm so happy because he ended up looking like a fool.
Yeah, it didn't take that to make him look like a fool.
How far was the treat for the retreat? Because you know how crazy you got to be to drive all the way somewhere.
I think did it say Northbrook?
It said about 35 minutes. But either way, I don't care if you drove around the block. You wasted your time, your energy, your gas for page 1 of 4, and you trying to tell me you brought these papers over here, you didn't know the other forms was missing? And she was like, where they at? He's like, what? Well, can you sign it anyways?
They still on Google.
Who you know about to sign their paper? Boy, we ain't seen you go to work yet, and you could be a scammer. I'm not giving you my signature so you can run up my credit card and be gone. Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah, it's about 30 minutes, 20 miles, 25 miles to Northbrook.
Because we are married. You put your signature, I could get it off here, and we got all mortgages and all kind of stuff.
Right.
We married.
Right. You might not to get my $4.89. Absolutely not.
He was about to get her. He was about to get that new Acura truck right in her name. And ma'am.
No, he wanted that karaoke machine.
Right. So, anyways, after he left, right, I guess, embarrassed or whatever, Em came back to the table and she, explained it. And, they halfway heard the conversation anyways. They were shocked and surprised. And now this is where the conversation for me, there's like some loose ends, like maybe production didn't like put it all in, because when Allan was talking to Emem about the situation, and then Michelle was talking about, about has anyone ever kissed, things like that, because it's kind of like all over the place. Why did David get so upset when Allan was trying to explain his case or cause or whatever?
How dare you talk about my woman?
And then Madison was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna get up and pack my stuff," over a conversation.
Well, she asked when the last time, because David said that, he's like, Michelle, I ain't kissed you since we got married. And
right.
And then that's when Michelle asked, well, who else in here kissing their husbands on the regular?
What's that other?
But why? But see, Allan is not supposed to know yet. So, but neither are we. But why is David so upset? Like telling Allan, like, calm that conversation down. I'm like, calm it down for what?
Because he's talking about his woman.
Because you was up kissing her.
It kind of reminded me of Why Did I Get Married? When Sheila was trying to hook Trina up her toy at the table, and they was telling Trina to go with Will, and Mike was like, she ain't going nowhere. That's what it reminded me of.
Oh, yeah.
But David got upset because David was trying to stop the conversation, and Allan, you know how he talk. He just start going on that long tangent, like, get to the point. And then he was like, we could just stop this, Allan. Just stop. Because Allan started explaining why.
It was the way he said it, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm sorry. It was a way that. No, I was saying he was the way that David said it to Allan, with the A word, with the aggressive, like, we just need a table, let's let it chill. And then Madison got up, was like, I just need to pack my stuff. For what? What you mad for? I know what you said to Mika about her man, but in general,
my man.
So
my side piece.
Now it looks like next week is where it's gonna be. If they don't reveal it next week, they need to, because what's gonna happen next week? David is outside talking to Allan again with that tone still up there, right? Talking about, she know more about me than my wife. Now,
right.
How does a man's wife know more about you? Someone you just recently met.
They go to the gym every day, so that could be possible, though. They go to the gym all the time.
And if he's, venting.
Yeah, you gonna vent to
But
somebody, especially when they doing the same thing you
mm-hmm,
doing. So
yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah.
She asked me how my day is doing when we on the treadmill. I'm in the house with Michelle all day, and Michelle don't ever ask.
I feel like
I guess
Allen.
that's suspicious. I guess. Go ahead,
Not to
Romel.
say he ain't doing nothing, but I'm saying that's how she could know him more than his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Romel.
I feel like Allen, when he hit that thing on next week preview, I'm like, he gonna need an ice pack or something. Like,
Bruh,
you doing
Let's
too
let's see
much.
what
You
I
doing too
rewinded
much. Like,
that
no
like
offense, but
20
white people
times.
do too much sometimes. Just like y'all so dramatic. Like,
I rewinded that so many times. I was like, okay, he threw the cup, kicked the
Uh
bottom
huh.
the bottom cabinet, and then slapped it and said, "Oh!" I was like, Alan, you ain't even do no damage. I think he swung. He was like, "Oh, this is an Airbnb. Hold on."
right. And I need to know who the second person is. Who the second couple?
Now that's the rumor, but here's my thing though. Let's think about this. Let's think about this. The only logical person in my mind would be Juan and someone outside of the group.
Yeah,
Because I
yeah.
don't think Karla would be somebody else. It's definitely
Mm-mm.
not Allan. Allan's in the cloud somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's definitely not Camille Thomas. That would be out in left
No.
field.
Yeah, he's
So
clueless.
who else is left?
Yeah. Maybe Juan and one of the
Hey,
friends.
but when I tell y'all, Carla is low key my favorite person on the show.
she
She,
is.
as off as she seems, she's the realest one on the show. You gotta pay attention what she be saying. She be Carla be peeping game and just be chilling in the back. She ooh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need a good sound bowl once I see after this. Cause we did go out dancing. She Carla that put it all together. She, oh,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, it
I
ain't my
find
place
them
to
to be
tell.
boring.
Huh?
I find Carla and Juan to be boring.
No, he born. Yeah, why I'm born? Yeah, yeah, she
Boring.
ain't
And
got that.
They're
why did
boring.
he
Yeah.
shave like that? Looking
Why?
looking like
Why?
the Colombian guy that has the cigars.
But it's crazy. My best friend is kind of like Juan. For some reason, they just want to do like shock value stuff, and then we just look at him. You don't seem happy. Like you look
Mm,
crazy. Why did you
I
do
don't
that?
know.
I just wanted to do
They
it. Like,
definitely have
Mm-hmm.
Karla and Juan definitely have different personalities. But real quick before it goes up, did anybody see the after party?
Oh
yep.
yeah,
I
I
only
love
watched
Houston
You
Astros.
gotta watch the after
yeah, I
party
only
because
watched
it's better
sketchy.
than the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm. Well,
Keisha be
Keisha
I
putting
want to
in
can't
touch on
stand him.
the part of the after party where if you saw it or if you didn't, when it came up with because it was Michelle, Karla, and Sketchy, and it came up. The
Mhm.
question was since Karla went out with Madison, they said they went out dancing, everything like that. Then David all of a sudden popped up, and
Mm-hmm.
then left for. She goes, "Well, how long were they gone?" She said for 5 full songs, and they're like 5 songs, about 5 minutes each, so about 25 minutes. Saying her phone was lost,
That was a
so they
lie.
was coming back.
And where
Yeah,
y'all
so they
was
was probably
dancing
like in
at? Was y'all doing salsa? Was they doing salsa? Cause them songs about 9, 8, 9 minutes apiece.
She
You're
I
right.
mean, they
she
said they
was
Mm-hmm.
went
on the
You're right.
dancing.
floor
When
shaking it
people
on him.
when people say they going dancing, they usually doing something like that. You ain't going dancing, listen to Sexy Red. You don't be like, let's go dancing. No. When you
Right,
go
right, right, right. I
dancing,
know.
you went to somewhere where they playing good live music or some
Mm-hmm.
long songs or people gonna bust a sweat.
And one thing I did like that Carla did say on the after show, she didn't bring it up or she didn't say anything because all she knew is them coming out of the crowd. She don't know what happened. So that's why she never brought it up or said anything, but it all made sense to her.
Yeah,
Cause
now after
you
the
know,
fact, yeah.
yeah,
But
I can respect that because people they see that and run with it and be like, oh, they was doing something.
but would
But
you tell Michelle? I'm not telling Michelle nothing. I'm not
No.
telling her
Well,
nothing.
she
She
clearly
don't deserve it.
hasn't. It only came out on the Afterparty. So,
I mean,
but
but
next
Allen's
week,
slow. Your wife coming
we
home
give
at 3 in the morning, dude. Ain't nothing open at 3 in the morning but legs.
And 7-Eleven.
Come on now.
it depends on where you live too. You know, it depends on where you live. You know, things could be open
Well,
longer.
Okay.
yeah, where
But
you
Well, for you,
live,
it's the
where
casinos.
you live, yes.
Okay. It's
They will
okay.
never stop.
Yes, the casinos and definitely.
but in general, don't nothing be open like that for real. But leg, that's a bumper sticker too. I saw it once and I thought it was
Legs
funny.
and
But
7-Eleven.
next week is. I hope it gives exactly what the previews give because I'm ready to get this going on. We need to see,
It's
Madison,
time.
David, and all that come together. So, and I don't want no experts next week either. Just don't come back till decision day because you haven't done nothing up until now.
You ain't done nothing.
So,
Right.
all right.
Right. And then don't
Any
forget we got
final
to
words before
subscribe to Peacock.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
subscribe
yeah,
to
they is
Peacock because it's
switching
going to
up.
be
When that
next
start? Like
season.
next
Oh,
season?
I do have
The next season.
next season, season 19. That's going to be season 19, Austin, Texas. All right. Also, before I get off of here, I will also be reviewing Family or Fiance on the OWN network. It starts Saturday.
Oh,
Remember
starting
that was
Family or
my
back up.
Oh
Fiance?
yeah, I heard.
I
I heard
love
that
that
too. I thought
show.
they got
Oh, and
canceled.
Ready to Love coming back soon too. Yeah, all it is that time.
Right. Well,
Yeah,
Ready
I
to
like
Love,
Family of
you can find
Fiance.
it on Courtney. Ready to Love, you can find on the Courtney and Eddie YouTube channel because I'm not going to review that one, but I will review Family or Fiance. The first one will be a
I
video,
like that.
though, so watch out for that. I will not be doing the 90-day franchise this go around because I'm tired of Shekinah and Sarper. I'm tired of them. So we'll give it a break unless something pops off. Because it's going to be people from the Love in Paradise franchise on there. Shekinah and Sarper again because they're the new Jasmine. I'm tired of them. But if some pop off, we could talk about it. But I'm just going to continue on right now with Married at First Sight and Family or Fiance. Saturdays on OWN. So anybody have any final thoughts before we get out of here? Or are we good till next week?
Ikechi had Rudy cussing. She was the first one to finally get fed up. Was like, okay, well, don't you see it? I guess you can't see it from your point of view. Can't you tell that you sending mixed signals? Because obviously it only makes sense in your head. He was like, I don't feel like I was feeling mixed signals.
Right.
Well, y'all are. I was like, thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you,
Yeah, I
Somebody
Rudy.
like
finally,
Keisha.
thank you, Rudy. Somebody finally told him the truth. Put Dr. P,
Yeah,
no, put
we
Dr.
can't
Pepper,
stand him.
put Dr. Pepper
Yeah.
on the at the end of the show and put Rudy in on the regular expert. Fire Pastor Cal Pastor, terrible picker. Sir, you need to pray a
Yeah.
little harder when you pick people to get married because you don't know what you're doing.
P-Treying. He ain't praying. He praying.
Dr.
But
Pia,
You praying.
you don't
Ooh.
know how to read the room. Dr.
yeah.
Pia, how you gonna be a black woman and encourage this black woman to do something stupid?
I
Move.
agree.
I think y'all need to move back in. Why would you move back in with somebody who said on national TV that you touched me against my will, knowing you're a professional black woman?
Exactly. That part.
Fire.
So, all right, y'all. Don't mean to cut you off, but I'm gonna let you go. Thank you for joining. Thank you for spending your evening with me. I'll see you back next week, and be on the lookout for that Family or Fiance video. And I'll see you on the next one. Good night, everybody.
All right.
Uh,
Bye.
All right.